Come on now. Oh, he's doing it. Yeah. Oh, wow. No. Did it flip over? Did it do the weird thing too?
Circle.
Circle.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
I don't know how.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Disc Golf Nerd, and today we're taking a look at another stack of plastic and a couple of accessories as well here for unboxing without the boxes, plastic show and tell, mail call madness here on the channel in March of 2023. I have new discs from a brand new company, their first release. I have quite a nice stack of them here. I have a new high-speed distance driver from our friends at NSH Custom Discs. We have the Pluck-Stik, brand new accessory on the market, as well as the Disc Raptor and another disc from Wild Discs. All that and more. If you like these type of videos, you like the channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for future uploads. Also, it would mean a lot to me if you considered supporting me on Patreon. It starts at only $2 a month, and it goes a long way. The view counts and everything with YouTube are super crazy right now, and I don't know what the future holds for the channel at this point. One way to really help me out would be to look into the Patreon. It's only, again, $2 a month if you got it to spare. So, Disc Raptor, stack of plastic. Let's start with the Pluck-Stik, actually. This is a brand new product on the market from a brand new company, and they are actually based in the Pacific Northwest, which is always a bonus. And in fact, both of these companies I'm going to show you today what their accessories are. So, the Pluck-Stik, very simple product. It's basically a suction cup on a lightweight, extendable aluminum handle, and it also has this little 3D printed clip you can use to attach it to your cart or whatever you might want to do with it. And you have these. Basically works like a monopod you'd use for filming, and it extends out, and you got the suction cup on the end here, and it's a really simple idea. Basically, it's just to not have to bend over to pick up your discs. Could be really nice for people with low mobility. You know, if you go out and play your pitch and putt course and you don't really have the mobility in your knees or your back or whatever to be bending over and over again, but you can do the throwing motion. This could be a great way for you to take some of the stress off of your body, still get out there and play some disc golf. But it was intended mostly for doing field work, right? Anybody who's done field work knows you get out there and you throw 20 discs, throw your whole bag, and you go pick them up, bending over 20 times in a row, basically doing 20 squats, more or less, to pick up your disc. It gets tiring after a while, and it's just going to be, you know, it's exercise, of course, but if you're out there doing field work, you're doing the exercise of throwing as well, so why not use the energy for that and use the Pluck-Stik to not have to bend over quite as far to pick up your discs. Now, I've only really messed with this in the house a little bit. The weather hasn't been conducive. I haven't played around since I've had it in the inventory, but I will be doing a full review, test, and demonstration of this product coming up here on the channel soon. But that is the Pluck-Stik. As always, check in the description for links to order, to social media accounts, etc. for more information about these products. But yeah, so far it seems to do its job quite well. Allows you to pick up the discs without too much issue. Let's see. Boom. No problem whatsoever. And that'll lead us into our next disc to show off, and this is the Angler from Wild Discs. Really good looking disc. I love this really bright red with the sparkles, the black and silver. The whole thing looks pretty cool. I like this design too. I really like the angler fish and interesting aquatic themed stamp. I've always been fascinated by fish and marine life and stuff like that, so definitely a cool design in my opinion. The Angler, I love the name as well. 4303 are the flight numbers on this thing. I would say those are pretty accurate. It's a mean disc. Kind of reminds me of a Justice, basically. Very similar to a Justice. This one not quite as flat topped. And this was sent along by Wild Discs to throw into my Overstable Approach Disc video, but actually puts me in a little bit of a weird spot because it's very similar to the Justice. They consider it a 4-speed, but the Justice is considered a 5 by Dynamic Discs, and I was trying to kind of cut it off at 4, right? So 2, 3, and 4 speeds from my Overstable Approach video, and most of them are 3 and 4, and then the stuff that's 5-speed, like the Justice and the Legacy Badger, MVP Deflector, and stuff like that, I was going to break out into its own video. So I'm not really sure where the Angler is going to sit. It might be in the Overstable Midrange video, it might be in the Overstable Approach Disc video, it might be in both. We'll see. I might end up combining the whole thing again and just having 40 molds. Just go completely off the rails. We'll see. Next, Newest release from NSH Custom Discs. With anything from NSH, including, obviously have my signature Defiant with them, but also, if you want to order anything besides the signature discs, you want to check out an NX-01, you want to try out a Nexus, some of my favorites, a Mr. Putt, you can use my code, DiscGolfNerd10, to get 10% off. Same code I use for Upper Park, so that's nice and easy for you guys to remember. If you want to support me, get yourself a discount. NX-01 is a stable to overstable distance driver from NSH Custom Discs. You can look at the rim design here. This one's beautiful. It's got this awesome kind of lavender purple underside, clear top, the bright sky blue rim, or flight plate rather. Beautiful disc. This one is 172, and only thrown it a few times so far. This particular one is a little bit more on the understable side of things, but what's cool is that NSH Custom Discs can alter that. He can print them in such a way to make them slightly more overstable or more understable. So he's going to be producing me a couple of more overstable ones before I actually do a full review on this thing, but it does kind of behave similar to the Defiant, actually, which is interesting, where if it stays on hyzer, it holds it strong and it'll actually fade quite strong. If you throw it flat, it has a tendency to turn. But then if you kind of hyzer flip it up, it'll work over and come out. But my favorite thing to do with this disc so far is to throw rollers with it. I'll show you a genuine first shot roller park job I had out at Timber in the video. But the NX-01, super fun to throw and has that, you know, kind of traditional wide rim feel in a 3D printed design. Custom colors, custom designs, logos, whatever you want. NSH can do it all. Go check it out. Link in the description as always. Full review on that one coming out once I get a chance to test it, of course, like everything else. And then this is another one that he sent me that I actually haven't got a chance to test as much yet. I've mostly been carrying that light blue one. We also have a stack of these Love Putters by Jester Discs, and we're going to use one of them to demonstrate this other product that was sent to me, and this is the Disc Raptor. Also a new accessory that is going to be hitting the market relatively soon. I'm not sure if you can order these yet, or if they're doing a Kickstarter or what. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit ignorant there. I just haven't seen them on Instagram. I reached out to try one out for myself. This is another company from the Pacific Northwest, as far as I know. I believe quite local. And essentially, you have these little nubs in here, kind of similar. Oh, Into the Void. Oh, dear God, save yourselves. Sorry. They have like these little nubs in there, kind of like a microfiber mop. You can also, sharp-eyed viewers might have seen, there's some like scratchy material on the inside rim as well. And essentially this thing, you pick up your disc, cover it in mud, whatever, you put it in here, you spin it through, you can kind of pinch it on this side. And it's supposed to, you know, clean your disc really well and trap all of the dirt and the schmutz inside of here. Then you can flip this thing inside out, throw it in the washing machine. So really excited to try this. Carried it for the full, you know, more than 18-hole round out there at Timber the other day. And it was gorgeous. It was like sunny and dry, and I didn't even use a regular towel, let alone this. But again, I will be doing a full review, kind of in-field demo test of this alongside the Pluck-Stik in a future video. Probably relatively soon as well, that I'll make that happen. And finally, Jester Discs reached out to me. Brand new company. This is their first release. The Love Putter 2301. Phase 1, made in the USA. Taffy is their more premium plastic. That is pretty firm. A little bit of give to it, but not gummy by any means. Flat top. Relatively shallow feel. I'll show you the whole stack and then we'll take a closer look. This is the one I've carried in my bag a little bit so far. I've only thrown it a few times, but I like what I've seen initially. Really pretty one. Did I ink this one? No, I didn't. So you can see how gorgeous this one is. Really, really beautiful swirls. There's the weight sticker, 173, and you have a nice beadless, shallow profile. This one's also nice and flat. They all tend to be pretty flat out of the stack that I have. Here's another taffy one in this beautiful kind of chartreuse yellow, stunning color. I'll probably dye this one eventually. And then we have 3 more in their more baseline touch plastic. So this has, you know, that what you'd expect. More of a velvety, grippy feel to it, a little more rubberiness to it. Similar flexibility, probably a little bit more firm, more rigid, less give, and really, really nice feel. Love the simplicity of the stamp. I like the name a lot too. Love. something that disc golf and all of us could use more of lately, as far as I'm concerned. Jester Discs Love Putter 2301. You'll also notice that they actually have it somewhere in the kind of ticker is in between the 1 and the 2 on the touch plastic. More baseline versions of these. This one, being the odd man out, probably end up getting given away too, so stay tuned for that. That'll be fun to do a quick giveaway for these. And let me get these out of the way, and we'll take a look at my favorite one so far. You can see these are just straight up 2301, which leads me to believe that they feel like the baseline ones are a bit more stable, and they want to represent that, which I think is great. No issues with that whatsoever. Nice rainbow stamp, looks good on this gorgeous kind of bursty swirl pattern. So yeah, flat top, shallow. There's your look at the beadless profile again. And I love the feel for a throwing putter in particular. Nice and low profile. Flat top feel in the hand is always something that I've liked. And these fly nice. I would probably put the Glide closer to a 4 based on the few throws I've had with it. But still very early on in terms of testing. But I'll be continuing to carry these. And especially since they were so generous and hooked up this nice stack of 6 of them. You know, you can bet there's going to be a full review happening on these relatively soon. Because one field session, I can throw these things, this whole stack twice, and I got 12 good clips for you guys to watch and get a good idea of how these fly. So that really, really helps to have a nice stack of them to make sure I get a full review done. So link in the description to check out the Jester Discs Love for yourself. Really nice feeling disc that I think is going to be a solid option for people out there. We also shout out to NSH Custom Discs, one of my main sponsors, and company out there doing things that like basically no one else is doing. Excited to continue to test that. Oh, this is a recent dye job I did for Andy. Next time I see him in like 2028 or so, I'll be able to give that to him. That'll be cool. Crank there. We have the Disc Raptor. Thank you once again to Disc Raptor as well. And last but not least, Wild Discs for sending me the Angler. Oh yeah, and of course Pluck-Stik for sending me their product to test and review as well. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone who continues to support the channel. We're in a weird spot right now where the view counts are kind of plummeting for some reason. Not really sure why, but if you like the channel, please show some love. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. God forbid, even share a video once or twice to your friends or something. That'll be pretty cool. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Cheers.